So hello guys, the season has changed and I thought I would shoot something more local this time for you guys to see, because during this lockdown and situation going on, not many of us can travel, and there's certainly some really nice places locally, I'm assuming, in most places. And I live in Dallas, so it's a little bit of an urban area. Well, not New York, but not like New York, but it still has very little in terms of forests and those sort of things. But I do find some interesting things to photograph now and then while I'm on a bike ride recently. The weather has been really nice up until today, when today it's kind of cold and rainy and whatnot. Beautiful photography, but not that great for biking around. So I was just biking around this area near my house, and I happened to see this grove of trees and a creek right next to it, and I decided to investigate what was going on. And I took a picture with my sister's Fujifilm that day. Let me know how that looks, guys. And I just thought those gnarly roots in that image were interesting enough to photograph, to bring my Sony out and get a little bit more detail. And on that particular day, it was just a little sunny, which made the sky a little overexposed, and I just wanted to retake it with better conditions, a tripod, and so on. It's actually starting to rain, and yeah, it's actually starting to rain, and these trees are protecting me. And whenever the wind decides that the trees need to move, and that's when the rain will start pelting me in the face. I know you guys can't hear me as well as normal because there's a really busy street right next to me, and frankly I forgot my mic and windscreen, so I apologize for the audio if it's not as clear. I'm trying to talk as loud as I can, but first let me get set up, and then I'll talk a little bit more because it's starting to rain. Hopefully I can hold this camera and talk to you guys without dropping it into the stream right below me, because it's really hard to get the tripod set up on this bridge right here. And sorry about the noise again, but you've got these gnarly roots right in the frame of this picture that are leading straight into the scene, which is like downstream of where I am right now. I think it is downstream. Yeah, I think I got that right. It is downstream because of the way the water's moving. And you got your trees, you got your gnarly roots, you got some all colors showing up in the leaves down in the roots, but you have the greens up top. So it's like a mix of, you see some of fall, you see some of spring or summer, or however you want to call it. And it really caught my attention the other day because I took that image with the Fujifilm and I immediately fell in love with it. And one of my friends who saw my image mentioned that it looks like something like underneath which fairies would hide. And I used to watch this, I think back in the 90s there was one show called The Mystic Knights of Tirnanog or something. And fairies were hiding underneath the roots of these sort of gnarly trees. And I thought it was an interesting point made. Sometimes those TV shows we watch, the movies we watch, the books we read end up, building up our imagination, building up our creativity. I know Lord of the Rings was something that I often refer to on this vlog regularly, and you guys probably heard it a couple of times. And it really inspires me to shoot more often. Scenes like this, and the road's right there. It's not like I'm in the middle of wilderness or anything. So I would definitely recommend you guys think about shooting local more often. This shot in general is not that complicated. It is taking advantage of the dynamic range in my lens because some of the sky above is a little blown out unless I do a little not focus stacking, but exposure bracketing. But it's not necessary because you can take it in one shot and take advantage of your the dynamics of your lens. And what I recommend honestly is always to take an exposure that's below, take a darker exposure, because it's always easier to bring out the shadows than it is to get rid of the highlights or the annoying light in the sky or some kind. But it's not a complicated shot. It's a f11, 3 seconds. Make sure to have a timer when you're on a bridge this shaky so that you have time to move away just a little and time to not shake the camera, tripod, or whatever setup you're using. And here it is. I'm shooting it right now. It looks amazing if you ask me. And the best thing about this entire charade or entire thing that I'm doing today is it's literally 5 minutes from my house. So right now I'm taking a bonus image, an image I saw as I was standing on that bridge and setting up my camera to take my video, whatnot. But for some reason, that tree, the tree right behind me over here, I don't know if it's in focus, that tree right here, right behind me, interests me, with the branch leading straight into the stream, and then you have some yellow leaves, some green leaves, and something about the atmosphere of it raining right now makes it that much better for some reason. But I don't know if it'll work or not. You guys can tell me once I post the image. But basically the settings are about the same, f11 to, it's fairly far away from me, it's across the stream. Yeah, you just end up, this is how you basically scout. You take images and you see if it works sometimes. I mean, I'm not saying you should take an image of everything, but if you see something interesting, take an image, see if it works, think about it, and if it's close to your house, go back and shoot it again. Obviously this doesn't work when you're going to a new location, but it definitely works in these sort of scenarios. So this is one of those things. I'll take the image today and I'll see if it works. If it does, I might have a keeper actually, because I do like the atmosphere, the mood of everything about this image. But we'll see. Sometimes something that you see doesn't quite work on camera and vice versa, or on the computer screen or the big screen or whatever. And yeah, we'll see. But here's the last image for today. I know it's a short one, but I really do want to encourage many of you to shoot more local. There's plenty to go around, and quite frankly, I think the rain's gonna come in and get kick me out of this location. Let me get this image and yeah, here it is. As always guys, I really appreciate you guys watching this episode, taking the time and commenting. And if you do like the content on this channel, please subscribe and do all the usual. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hopefully you guys will get a chance to shoot local. But remember guys, Biden-Harris 2020.